Hello, my name is Leo. Welcome to a new day of Vesper.5. We're fast traveling up north. I'm not gonna say that at the beginning of every video, because what's the point? Yeah. Anyway, what happened? What happened? I saw Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Let's move right first, though. There we go. So I saw Guardians of the Galaxy yesterday. It was fantastic. It's a great movie. Of all of the Marvel cinematic movies that I've seen so far, where would I rank it? Oh, I don't know. Avengers is my favorite so far. Absolutely. So I'm really hyped. Now that I'm like fully all up to date on the movies. And the next one is Avengers 2, I believe. I'm all ready to go for the Avengers 2 bandwagon. Despite the fact that Ivo hates it. I don't know why he hated the first movie, but whatever. I would say that Avengers 2 is still my favorite movie. Second favorite movie? Well, here's the thing. I really liked the Iron Man movies, which apparently are going to stop now, perhaps. Maybe something's going to happen in Avengers 2 where Iron Man's not going to be in it anymore, because I don't blame them. Like, I'm kind of disappointed that Iron Man's going, but I certainly do not blame Marvel in any way, shape, or form, because friggin' Robert Downey Jr. is expensive as fuck. I don't know how that works, because every movie they have to pay him more. I think there must be some sort of rule in the contract or something like that. That's bullshit. I mean, I don't know. Robert Downey Jr. seems like he's kind of a cool guy about this particular, movie series. I would have thought that he'd be, down for, doing a bit of the Vin Diesel. Not take a pay cut like Vin Diesel did, because Vin Diesel's fucking awesome. But more like, not charge more for every movie, just so that he can continue to be in the series, and to, continue to keep the series as authentic as it is. Like, I mean, it's not 100% authentic, but, it's still, not having Iron Man would kind of, it wouldn't ruin the Avengers, but it would be weird. But, oh well. Isn't Avengers 2 about Ultron? Yes, which Iron Man is... Well, Iron Man's pretty important. Well, actually, you know what? Hank Pym is really important, but he's not going to be in it. I don't know if he's going to be introduced in this movie, or if he's going to be introduced in the next movie, which I think the next movie is Ant-Man. But Ant-Man is coming out in Phase 3, but, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I like the Iron Man movies, I like the Avengers. I like this. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. Captain America 2 was pretty cool. Mainly because it was Metal Gear. Thor was a bit meh. You know what was probably the most meh was, the Hulk. I don't think I've actually watched that entire movie, because I keep falling asleep when I watch it. Not that it's a really bad movie, it's just that doesn't quite live up to the others. Like, they're all good movies. All of them, don't get me wrong, every movie in the cinematic universe, I love. Not even, but, Captain America 1 and Thor 1. I love them all. But there are certainly some that are better than others. And maybe that's a personal opinion and a personal taste, because, the different movies are directed by different people. For example, Avengers is done by Joss Whedon, I think, which I believe Avo doesn't like him, which is probably why he doesn't like the Avengers. And then Thor's directed by some other person who Avo does like. Now, I think both of us can agree that James Gunn is a good director. So I don't know if he's seen this movie, I'll have to ask him. But I dare say he'll probably enjoy Guardians, because Guardians is a good movie, and James Gunn's awesome. Yeah, I would, if I had to go down to individuals, Avengers is the top. Well, I don't know if it's true or not, but I bought the Blu-ray for Iron Man 2, and I watched it a lot. I watched Iron Man 2 a lot. I didn't much care for Iron Man 3. A lot. Like, it was alright, but I didn't particularly like what they did with Mandarin, but without spoiling too much, that seems to have been cleared up in certain teasers and trailers and subsequent movies. Iron Man 2 is obviously better than Iron Man 1. Well, not obviously, but it is. Captain America 2 was pretty good. Now, I would say Avengers is my favorite. Maybe either Iron Man 2 or Guardians is my second favorite. And then the other one is my third favorite. I don't know which one's which. Fourth favorite, probably Captain America 2. And then go down the list from there. Worst movie? No, not Thor 1. Thor 1 wasn't. It was good. Like, I look back on it now. Like I look back on Captain America 1, like. But it actually was a really good movie. Even now, it's a great movie. Like, don't let the setting, like, throw you off that it isn't a good movie just because it's mostly, well, it's almost entirely set in World War II. That doesn't mean that it can't be a good flick. Anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy. Don't know what Guardians of the Galaxy are. It's a bit more of a out there storyline in Marvel. Well, not really in Marvel so much because a lot of stuff happens out in space. But as far as the movie universe is concerned, it's really out there because it is set in space. It's about a guy who, when he's a little kid, gets taken away by aliens. And ends up being like a not a bounty hunter, but like a relic collector. Not a relic collector, but a relic finder. You mean a Tomb Raider? Kind of like a Tomb Raider, you know what? Like, one of the first scenes of the movie is pretty much him tomb raiding, except instead of a tomb, it's an entire planet. It's true. And he gets into some trouble, and he meets some, you know, unlikely band of characters that they all hate each other at first, and then they like each other in the end. It's a heartwarming oh man, I cried like a bitch so many times in that movie, it's not funny. From beginning to end. So who are the Guardians of the Galaxy? So there's the main guy, what's his name? I can't remember his first name. But his name's Quill, aka Star-Lord. He's a human. Well, mostly. And then you've got Gamora, who I don't know what race she is. Did they even say what race she was? Isn't she a Skrull? Because she's green. Well, they didn't use the word Skrull in the movie, did they? No. They used the word Kree a lot. Yeah, Kree are the blue people. But yeah, in the Marvel Comics, green people are Skrulls. Is she a Skrull? She could be. She's an adopted daughter, rather, of Thanos. Blah blah blah. Anyway, she's hot. And green. And then, what else we got? We got Rocket Raccoon, who's awesome. I love Rocket Raccoon, he's great. And then we've got Groot, played by Vin Diesel, who's like a big living tree thing. I should point out, Rocket Raccoon is like a genetically modified thing. It's basically an anamorphic raccoon. Who else is in there? There's one more. Oh yeah, Batista. It's not his name. No, what's his real name? I mean, it's the character's name. The actor is the wrestler Batista, but it is Drax. He's just this big muscly dude who's out for revenge. And they all band together and save the galaxy, blah, 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 blah. This movie does set up a key thing that people have been thinking about for a while, which is the Infinity Gems. So, Thanos, obviously appeared at the end of Avengers 1. And, one of his big main plot things was the Infinity Gems. And the Infinity Gems are these, like very super powerful artifacts that if you have them all, you pretty much have supreme power over everything. This movie directly introduces that particular plot element, which is obviously going to come in handy when Thanos actually comes into the movies for real. Although he was in this movie, you see him, you see his full body, and he speaks, which is cool. So it's good to see that he's finally coming in. But the Infinity Gems, so they talk about this one, but then there's six of them? 6 or 7. They're like Chaos Emeralds. They're basically like Chaos Emeralds, except each individual Chaos Emerald has power of its own anyway. And they have introduced Infinity Gems in the past. The Tesseract is one of the Infinity Gems. The Aether, or whatever the fuck you call it, from Dark World, is an Infinity Gem, albeit a weird, liquidy one. Of course, the purple one in this one is an Infinity Gem. And is there another one? I thought there was one more. One more. I don't know. In Captain America? Was there something in Captain America? I don't think so. One thing there was is in Guardians, when they introduce it, they show this big, tall being that seemed to look kind of like Galactus with a big ass staff thing, similar to the staff that Loki had in Avengers, only obviously a lot bigger. And the gem seemed to be embedded into that. But I thought that was, I can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure that was blue. In which case, maybe that was the Tesseract, because I'm sure they're all different colours. Or it could have been purple. It could have been this actual gem. You know what? I think it was actually purple. Yeah. Okay, so maybe there's only 3 so far. But, they'll introduce the other ones, and we'll see more. We'll also see some more wacky characters. Now that we've gone to space. Pretty much the entirety, no, actually not really the entirety, but we're getting there, of the Marvel Universe is opening up, because when it was just Iron Man, Hulk too, but when it was just Iron Man and Hulk, it was just science, it was just Earth, it was just humans. Then Thor came along, and, it was kind of weird, but Thor wasn't, he's not a god, like an actual god. He is an alien from another dimension and stuff, but it's still more sciencey, stuff like that. It's not like we're going to space, Humans are going to space. And then, Captain America obviously was entirely on Earth. Then Avengers started introducing, more of that weird stuff, and introduced humans to aliens. And then Thor 2 yeah, not much happened really. And then Captain America 2 had nothing to do with aliens. And then we got this movie, which is just all about aliens. Earth is in the movie for 5-10 minutes. And that's it. Don't they go back to Earth at the end? No. No, he never goes back to Earth. He probably will, sure. But, Huh. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Okay, so, yep, anyway, that's, I'm not gonna, spoil any plot things or anything like that, but you should probably go watch it. It is a really good movie. I thoroughly recommend it. There's plenty of feels, plenty of cool action sequences, Plenty of interesting plot developments. Even the waifu kind of liked it. But that's saying a lot. The waifu hates most movies that I like. So, the fact that she kind of liked it, she was tolerable of it, you know, that's a good sign. So, yeah, anyway, I'll be off now, and we'll see you tomorrow, and talk about something else. But for now, my name is Leo, and I'll see you next time.